The table has turned and the check is due. The Thanksgiving turkey wasn't even cold when my stepfather, Richard, raised his glass. He looked right at his golden boy son, Tyler, and smiled. To the only kid in this family who actually knows the value of a hard day's work. Everyone at the mahogany table chuckled. Then, Richard's eyes shifted over to me, sitting right next to the kitchen door. And to Leo, who is still finding himself at 26. My mother busified herself with the gravy boat. Tyler smirked, adjusting his Rolex, the one Richard bought him for passing the bar exam. I didn't flinch. I just took a slow sip of my water. See, Richard owns Miller Logistics, a mid-sized trucking fleet in Ohio. For 10 years, he treated me like a charity case, an afterthought. A guy just taking up garage space. He never asked about my move to Chicago. He never asked about my job. I set my glass down, making a loud clink against the china. Funny you mention value, Richard, I said, my voice echoing in the sudden silence. Because I just signed a lease on a penthouse overlooking Lake Michigan. Richard snorted. With what money, Leo? Still doing data entry. Actually, I said, leaning forward. I'm the new regional director for Apex Retail. I handle all Midwest supply chains. Tyler froze, his wine glass halfway to his mouth. Richard's smirk vanished. Miller Logistics had exactly one lifeline. A massive, multi-million-dollar shipping contract with Apex Retail that made up 70% of their business. The Miller contract is on my desk for renewal next Monday, I said, perfectly calm. And honestly, your logistics reports are a total mess. Late deliveries, bloated fees, it's a joke. I pulled a folded piece of paper from my jacket and slid it across the table. It was the official Apex non-renewal notice. You spent 10 years making me feel invisible at this table, I whispered, looking Richard dead in the eye. But next week, I am the one who decides if your company survives the winter. My mother gasped. Tyler reached for the paper, his hands literally shaking. I stood up, threw a $100 bill onto the table, and grabbed my coat. Happy Thanksgiving, I said. I walked out into the crisp autumn air and didn't look back.